Oh, thanks, Tony. Now, tournament co-host India completed the highest ever chase in women's one-day internationals. And in doing so, they stunned Australia and booked their spot in Sunday's World Cup final against, of course, our girls, the Proteas Women, who are already waiting there. And my colleague Vusiwe Ngcobo, as I told you earlier, she's just hopped over to the Wanderers Cricket Stadium to talk about this prospect for Sunday's final. And let's take you now to the Wanderers, which is where Vusiwe is at. Morning, V.
Thank you so much, Sakina. Good morning to you. And once again, to our viewers at home, I can tell you it's nice and crispy out here at Wanderers Stadium. And of course, I'm joined by a man who needs absolutely no introduction when it comes to the sport of cricket in South Africa. We are joined now by Jono Leifright, the CEO of DP World Wanderers Stadium, but also the CEO of Lions Cricket. Jono, let's talk about looking at what's happening at the moment in the world of cricket when it comes to women. Because we look at, for example, the Lions. You guys were part of the forerunners in terms of advancing the women's game. How does it feel now just looking back at the fact that the investments made are giving us a return, not only for the various clubs, but now for the national team?
Yeah, what a proud day. As you said, a pretty chilly day in Joburg, but what an exciting Friday as we build into the weekend of a World Cup final where we get to watch our Proteas take on India. Certainly a celebration of many years of investment, of hard work, of collaboration, and a joint vision of what's possible when where we all hold hands and align on a common vision. If we look at how the Proteas have played, historically in so many of these ICC competitions, if we look at the growth of the domestic game in South Africa, the investment of partners and sponsors and CSA themselves, we're at the point now where we're on the brink of becoming world champions and beating India on Sunday.
And we speak about the advancement of the women's game and the investment made in the women's game. It must also be a proud moment for you as the Lions because you have quite a number of players that are in the South African Proteas team.
Yeah, I'm so proud. I mean, 6 of the 15 are from the DP World Lions. This is their home ground, the DP World Wanderers, the place they call home away from home. And to have them there representing so magnificently is a really proud moment. But as I said to you off air, what's been so special about this World Cup is the contribution of all players. And when someone hasn't managed to contribute in a particular match, someone else has stepped up. And I think it's the real example of what strong teamwork is about and strong unity is about. And if you see their post-match celebrations in that change room, it's something incredible. But to have 6 of the 15 as DP World Lions players, it's something we celebrate here loudly and proudly every day.
And I love that you mentioned the fact that when the one player is not having their best game, the others are coming to the fore, because we look at how this World Cup started for South Africa. I mean, England absolutely annihilating South Africa in that opening game. But the way South Africa played in the semi-finals against this England team was absolutely phenomenal. Speak to me about what you thought of that semi-final.
Yeah, I think it just showed incredible calmness, and I liked Laura's interview pre-match where she said this is just another game for us. And I think that's the mindset that went into it with, is that it was just another game. They didn't get caught up in the semi-final vibe and excitement and get overexcited about where or the stature of the match, and they just went in there and played normal cricket, and just the excitement, the energy. They all contributed in some way, shape or form, and that's what they've done, and they were able to bounce back. And I think in true South African style, when our backs are against the wall, we show that resilience, we get back up and we move forward, and that team has really shown South Africa what's possible through teamwork and resilience and unity, and they've been very, very special to watch for many years, and I'm very excited for Sunday.
Indeed. Let's touch on looking at who South Africa comes up against in the final, because of course India securing a 5-wicket victory against Australia. I'm not complaining that we're not playing Australia in the final, but let's take a look at these two teams. Also the fact that India has that added advantage of being at home, and how you see this game, the final, being won and lost, and what South Africa needs to do to give a clinical performance to secure their first trophy in the ICC World Cup.
Yeah, I think playing at home comes with its own pressures. Trust me, that Indian team is going to be under severe pressure to beat South Africa. We're going in as underdogs because it's on their home ground, which is great for us. And certainly, I think if you look at the balance of our team versus the balance of this team, the Indian team, it's going to be a very good competitive match. But I do believe, again, that if you look at the hunger of a South African team, the desire of us as a nation to win this trophy, I really think they're going to get over the line. I've seen a very impressive Proteas Women's team over the last few years. They really are hungry. I've been chatting to all the ladies in the last couple of days. I phoned Taz after I saw her go off with that shoulder. I said, Taz, tell me you're going to be ready on Sunday. She said, don't worry, we popped it back in and I'll be fine. So I've been chatting to all of them literally throughout this competition, and they're excited. They're excited to represent our country. They're excited to represent the 65 million people. And I'm telling you now, that strength and that resilience and that unity and that love for brand cricket in this country is going to get them over the line.
I want to touch on from a cricket point of view, because obviously you're with the Lions and you know what it takes. When you come across a team during the group stages, for lack of a better word, of a competition that you meet again in the final, what's important from a South African point of view? Because we know they faced this India team already in this tournament and they were victorious. What's important going into this final, just in terms of not being complacent and thinking, oh, well, we beat them once before, we can do it again, type of mentality, to not lead the team to be complacent?
Yeah, I think they'll certainly take confidence into this final by beating India in the group stages, which is a great thing. But certainly I don't think, looking at that South African team, there'll be any sense of complacency. They know they're in for a tough game. They're going to have to raise their standards. They're going to have to elevate their execution, and they're going to have to win the critical margins that the match will present, whether it's a great catch or a run-out opportunity or quick singles or whatever it might be. So they know that they're going to have to win the small margins to get across the line against a very good Indian side. But I think the confidence in beating India in the round robin stage will certainly be a good thing moving in. But I don't believe we need to worry about complacency in that game. They know they're in for a tough game, and they're playing a very good Indian side that had a great victory against Australia yesterday.
Jono, it's always such a pleasure digging into your cricket mind. Thank you so much for your time this morning. And we are crossing fingers, crossing toes. South Africa is bringing it home.
They're bringing it home, and we're going to have one big party here at the DP World Wanderers on Sunday. And South Africa, get your Protea shirts on. Let's support our girls.
We're here. We're ready. I need to wash this top and have it ready again for Sunday. But for those of you that are sitting at home, we spoke about how it's just a good vibe and a good energy on this Friday. And who knows, it could be your lucky kind of Friday once again, because the National Lottery is being played today, as we play it every single Friday. The jackpot this time around is sitting at an estimated 21 million rand. You can purchase your lottery tickets at various retail outlets. You can do so as well on your cell phone banking or your internet banking. And from us here at the DP Wanderers Stadium, we're saying good luck to all of you that do try your luck out in the National Lottery. You could have your share of 21 million. Who knows? That's it. We'll leave it for now.
Well, thanks so much, V from the Wanderers there. She'll be staying there to preview more sports for the weekend in the next hour. But of course, also a message here regarding the cricket from the former Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Vusiwe Ngcobo, who says positive results of investment in women's sport and professionalizing Women's Cricket League. And bravo to Cricket SA leadership for that. And of course, that's our question of the day as well. Let us know your thoughts and your messages of well wishes for the Proteas women for that final on Sunday.